Okie-san moves into the apartment next to the MC. He gives her the side eye, practically getting an eyeful of a godly rack after gatekeeping his V card for so long. She was a gloomy woman, a little older than him, but the older the better. Word is going around that she is separated and fair game. During his sessions of solo fun time, from time to time he can hear her sobbing through the wall, yet he thinks that she is not a bad person. He recalls her handing his wallet back after he dropped it, maybe because his wallet was so broke it wasn't worth keeping. As he returns home complaining about being exhausted, he notices an old-timer trying to act cute and asking her for a drink. Okie-san with zero confidence or self-esteem agrees, but Youngblood puts the old pervert in his place by slapping his head off with his bag and telling him that he is so ugly he is an evil spirit and should be off. The young man smiles with satisfaction, saying that he knows when an ugly old pervert is hitting on a woman, he is a yokai. As his father was born in a temple, it's his destiny to expel old dustbags hitting on hotties. She looks at him as he smiles, asking if she's okay. With tearful eyes, she thanks him. He smirks, telling her that they are neighbors after all, it's nothing. While yapping, she rants about how she couldn't turn him down even though she's a grown woman. She starts sobbing as the youngling tells her not to worry, she didn't do anything wrong. As he tries to reach for her, she sprints, saying that she has caused so much trouble. He can't help but wonder if she's going to be alright. She leaves, whispering that he is a good person. A few days later, she's hanging her clothes on her line in spots, whistling to himself while walking home. Realizing that she has to repay him, she makes her way towards him, handing him a box of gifts, saying this is for helping her. He smiles, and she wonders if it's his day off. His smile vanishes as looks away nervously. She expresses her surprise, knowing that he has been suspended. He tells her that the old creep that he folded like a bag of dirty laundry was a big dog, and now he has been suspended and is more broke than ever. She tries to hand him a couple hundred to make up for the pay cut, but he tells her that he can't accept it. Her self-esteem drops even lower as she apologizes for getting him into trouble, saying it's all her fault. He tells her it's fine, it's not like she asked him to do it. He doesn't blame her, she still continuously apologizes, wondering if there is anything she could do. He wonders if he should ask for some era fun time, however, he decides against it. He tells her that there are some veggies at home, thanks to his grandma, but he can't cook for his life. He looks at a carrot, wondering if she can use these to make something. It will also make Granny happy. He looks at her cooking, and straight out, starts glazing her cooking skills. She nervously lets him know that she has never been praised for cooking, and it makes her happy. The table is set, and the meal is in hand, with him saying that he is in awe. This touches her deeply as she whispers that she can do this all the time, and he could ask her any time. This surprises him as she says that as long as she doesn't bother him. He says that he would love to have her over every day. Okie-san is lying in her bed, tossing and turning. She recalls his energetic face as he was eating up the delicious food she had cooked while showering her with compliments, but daddy issues and living with her ex-husband, who is more toxic than a pile of radioactive waste. She has never been praised like that, and it makes her so happy. He has asked her to come tomorrow, and she is also excited, wondering what she should make. He is an energetic boy, and she wonders if he is just flattering her to be nice since she cries easily. She struggles to get some sleep. The next day, her shift ends, but she is still worrying about him, thinking of herself as pathetic and childish, and wondering why her ex-husband got fed up with her. She convinces herself that he will think that she's annoying as well. She is scared to see him, but she has promised to go over. She finally gathers her courage and rings the doorbell, thinking that she is the older one. After all, if it seems that she is being a bother, she will head home. He smiles, and she is on the verge of tears, saying that she is here, but she must be in the way. But without hearing her out, he wonders which she prefers, coffee or tea. He brought them both, knowing that she would be over. He's a coffee man, but she seems like a tea person, being older and everything. She smiles gratefully, and they share a touching moment. As it's raining cats and dogs, she looks at her umbrella, realizing it's fallen apart just like her last marriage. Her mother brought this umbrella when she was married. After getting a divorce, her umbrella is also showing signs of ending it. In front of a shopping center, she whispers it's time to go home. As she looks around, she sees her umbrella cheat on her by leaving with another woman. With wide eyes, she looks at her umbrella being stolen away by a home wrecker. Cursing that she couldn't say anything and why she is so spineless, she is once again on the verge of tears. She wishes Sawatari-kun was here, and her wish comes true, causing her to blush furiously. He wraps his head around the situation, telling her to borrow his umbrella. However, she nervously says that she can't do it. He insists that he'll just run home because he's a runner. She tries to buy an umbrella at the convenience store, but they're all out, with no choice but to accept his kindness. She sees him leave, saying that he's got to do some shopping as well. She wishes she had some courage, even a tiny bit, but she's been going with the flow and life is getting slow. He looks at her, and she finally gathers the courage. She tells him that they can go home together. This way, neither of them would get wet. He's excited at the idea, saying that she's a genius. Being the god of glazing, he gets to go home with a baddie. This leaves her wondering if she should make them some tea. He wonders if she's coming over today as well. This causes her to apologize, trying to backpedal, but he says she's more than welcome. Meanwhile, the good-for-nothing cheating umbrella breaks down. He smiles, saying that they should exchange contact information. This surprises her, but he says that in case he's out or something, it will be truly troublesome if she comes over, and he's not at home. With such a godly pickup line, how can she refuse, saying that she can contact him, and it will be handy in lots of ways. As she returns, she can't help but smile with the brilliance of 1,000 suns, as she can contact him whenever she wants, but she tries to shake her head, as she's practically old. It's embarrassing, she's divorced. Why is she getting flustered? She realizes it's hard to think of this in any appropriate way. If he sends something weird, or if she sends something weird, he'll be annoyed. As she continues to overthink it, the vibration of her phone jolts her out of her spiral. It's solitary Kun, asking if she wants to go shopping later. She crashes on her futon, wondering why he always melts away her fears and worries as if he's reading her mind. She's about to go crazy. He looks around, saying that they will be able to finish their shopping spree around here. He smiles, saying that they should go buy her an umbrella. She smiles, depending on how she looks at this. This might be kind of a date. He also smirks, looking at her pick-out umbrella, wondering if this is what she's going to go for. She says that the corn color is kind of nice. He looks at some mannequins, wondering if she's here for some clothes as well. She wonders if she should get herself some outfits as well for some outings. He picks out an outfit, which is smart and classy. Her face turns as red as a beetroot. She tries it on, and it really brings out the color of her eyes and the size of her assets. It's no surprise that he says it looks great, causing her heart to skip a beat. It feels good when she's with him. Even though she doesn't normally wear anything fancy, she still bought it. He looks around, seeing that it's so fancy. As she turns to him, she recalls being on a date with her ex-husband. She can't remember it being that much fun. She remembers going to a restaurant. It felt as if she was growing up, but that wasn't the case. As she once again starts to spiral, he interrupts her train of thoughts, saying that the cake place is crazy, and he's a sucker for cake, so they should go and eat them together. No wonder he gets along with Okia-san, because she doesn't just have the cake, she has the whole bakery by her side. She smiles, saying that she might not have grown, but today was truly fun. After buying some cake, they head home, with him laughing that the shop's cakes are really good, cheesy and gooey, just the way he likes them. She sips her tea, but accidentally spills a bit right between her teacups. She starts wiping furiously. Solitary Kun, trying to be a gentleman by not asking to help her with the spill, turns to go to the restroom. Someone knocks on the door, and she wonders who is it. He asks her to get the package that he had ordered. The delivery guy mistakes her for his wife, and this causes her to blush furiously. She tries to clear the air, but somehow makes it worse as the delivery guy mistakes her for his girlfriend. Even he is in disbelief at how a broke boy with zero riz can bag a baddie. Ending up with a shaky signature, she sends off the delivery guy. Solitary Kun looks at her blushing furiously, wondering why she looks so happy. She tries to say that she is just the same. He says that he didn't expect his package to be delivered while she was here. This surprises her. She notices that there is a lot of wood in the package. She smiles, saying that he's a wood guy. She looks at the blueprints, trying to guide him to put it together, wondering if it is a bookshelf, but it's a little small. He lets her know that it is a spice rack. He smiles, saying that she's always making dinner here, and he wants to make it a little easier on her at the least. This touches her deeply, and she realizes that he is doing this for her, even though his salary has been slashed, but he smiles, saying this is nothing with her helping out. She suddenly remembers her ex-husband, shouting at her for having so many spices, with her timidly saying that she wants to make a lot of dishes so that he would be happy, but the cloud of toxic morning breath feels that there is no way he can fit so many spices in their small kitchen. And then yelling at her for crying, asking if she is trying to make him look bad. She recalls wanting a place to call home, a place where someone says that she is welcomed, a place where she is appreciated. He smiles, saying that he is embarrassed but ready to help her make food, and he is thankful. She quickly exits, saying that she has some more in her apartment, but as soon as she gets out, she starts crying, wondering if it's okay if she just stays here. With work almost over, she looks at the shelves. She was supposed to go to his house this afternoon, but had to fill in for someone and cancel. She looks around, not too stoked about missing. However, he arrives in the nick of time, changing her mood by several folds and causing her heart to do the worm in her rib cage. He's been waiting for her to get off work. They walk home together. He smiles, trying to come off as a chill guy. As it's a coincidence, they have run into each other. She smiles. It's a nice surprise to see him. He also says that he is here to buy some dinner. Lokia-san wonders as she activates her Renegade if he would like for her to make something. She hasn't had dinner yet as well. He smiles. As they are on the subject, she should know that he did some prep for the next time she comes over. He shows her favorite blend of tea, apologizing for always relying on her, but she smiles. She says that it's nice to be relied on. She gets flustered, with him looking at the underpass, saying that they can see the stars out here and that they are beautiful. She looks at the stars, recalling rushing home every night she gets off work and never having the time to appreciate them. He also smiles, wondering when she gets off work. If she gets off late, they can stroll together again. She replies kindly that if they are together, it's always a bright night. He says that he can never remember the constellations. This causes Ochie-san to smile, as she doesn't know them either. After getting off work and coming home to make dinner, she can't help but think that it's a little off coming into a grown man's house late at night. However, she tries to reason that she's not here to spend the night. But after being so exhausted and falling into a food coma, she passes out against the wall. He looks at her, as she must be really tired. He looks at her snoring, thinking that she doesn't talk much about the past. She was married, she's good at cooking, she's beautiful and nice, she's truly the one. He scratches his head, gets a pillow, and leaves the room. It's better to let her sleep. She finally wakes up looking around. As realization dawns on her, her face turns into a steaming mess. She falls silent. She looks around the apartment, trying to apologize to him, and looks at him sleeping like a stray dog on the floor for her sake. He doesn't even have a futon. He greets her with a good morning, and she apologizes for falling asleep. But he smiles, saying that it's his fault for yapping so long. She wonders if she can make him some breakfast. This immediately causes him to smile. At his house, Okie-san once again activates her Rinnegan to chop up the veggies like Itachi, using up the entire vegetable mountain his granny had given him. If they hadn't used it, they were going to end up bad, but she's been coming over pretty much every day. But now they're all used up. All of a sudden, she hears a phone ringing. He looks around, wondering where it is. She spots the phone and looks at a girl calling Solitary Kun. She starts to turn into a yandere, but as soon as he tells her that it's his sister, she immediately breathes a sigh of relief, looking at the knife and letting it go, as it's no use to choose violence. He talks to his sister, as she's coming home, and she'll be bringing more veggies, and she's nearby, she's going to drop by. He tells her that his sister is going to come over for a bit. She smiles, saying that she'll head back, but it's too late. A knock on the door heralds the arrival of his sister, and she can't help but wonder how she's going to be. He opens the door, greeting his sister, who tells him Granny is worried he is turning into a bag of bones due to his suspension. This is Yuika, a college student and a fashion disaster. She smiles, pulling off a tom girl look, getting her head in the air that he would want his cute sister to keep him company. But she suddenly freezes as soon as she looks at Okie-san, wondering what is a chick doing in a loser's house. He angrily wonders who she is referring to as a chick. She is being rude to her, but Okie-san tries to tell him off, saying that it's fine. Yuika, on the other hand, wants him to spill the tea about their relationship. Everyone freezes, with Yuika laughing, as now she gets the reason why they are so friendly. She is proud of her loser bro for raising up a baddie. Soatari Kun, on the other hand, is focusing on his vegetables, with Okie-san commenting that it seems Granny is being stingy this time. But she is corrected by Yuika, who says that there are 3 more boxes in the car. She laughs, telling loser bro to go get them. He smiles, turning to get the veggies. When the 2 chicks are all alone, Yuka tries to warm up to her, and Okie-san also views her as a friendly person. But all of a sudden, she asks how far has she gone with bro. While blushing furiously, she clears that she just lives next door, and they haven't even been to first base. Yuka still tries to get her to spill the tea, but she insists that they haven't done anything. This surprises her, as she can see her bro not making a move since he is an idiot. Okie-san finally breathes a sigh of relief, having fun chatting with someone other than him. But Yuka says that at this rate, nothing will happen. Is she okay with that? Okie-san can't help but feel uneasy. And Yuka picks up on her hesitation, realizing their little sis will have to lend a hand to pull the 2 lovebirds together. After taking a warm shower, she looks at her phone, realizing it's from Yukia, inviting her for something and thanking her for the lunch. Okie-san thinks that she's a good person, just like her brother. Goodness runs in the family, but she's a little too straightforward and is difficult to deal with. She looks at the text coming from Yukia, ranting about how Soatara Kun is the oldest in their family. Naturally, he's into older sister type, with huge pillows for snuggling. She wonders about the snuggling bit. It's as if she's been born ready, but that's not something she wants. She's weak and unreliable as she spirals into a stream of low self-esteem. Yukia looks at a text from her brother, saying that there is a set of clippers in the veggies, but Yukia realizes that they're here by mistake. She then diverts his attention, saying that a babe is living next door and isn't he a smooth operator. Solitary Kun, who's just happy to get the clippers, says that it's nice and all, and she cooks for him. It's like having a big sister looking after him. This causes Yukia's eyes to light up. She lets Okie say that she's on the right track, flustering her and causing her to suffer from jiggle physics. The next day, Okie-san is busy preparing for the meal, with him thinking that people who can cook well cut onions differently. She doesn't mind his poor conversation skills, saying that it's simple. She tries to show him how to do it, and he finally does it. Not bad for a blockhead. With amazing teamwork, they make a dish, and he smiles, saying that if he keeps working hard, he can learn to cook. Okie-san, on the other hand, is not too stoked about this, as it would mean her being replaced. But Solitary Kun smiles, saying that he'll be the one cooking for her. This moves her again. Solitary Kun looks at her, saying that he's getting sleepy. All of a sudden, she recalls Yuki's words that at this rate, nothing will happen. If this ends, it won't be survival. Some homewrecker might sketch him up. After taking a moment to gather her courage, she calls out to him, saying that they've been staying a lot. Why don't they go out? He smiles, saying that he's kind of an in-home suspension. If work finds out, it's going to be bad. But she refuses to give up, saying that they will go somewhere far so no one finds out. And it's her fault for his suspension, so she should make it up to him. Solitary Kun wonders if he's finally going to get some era fun time, telling her that she has a naughty side. She returns to her room. She immediately starts steaming over her boldness of inviting him on a trip. She plans to go far away so the company doesn't find out. Even though they have to decide where to go, if they go somewhere far away, they won't be able to return the same day and might have to stay the night. She starts overthinking, realizing that she needs to buy some things. In the shopping mart, she finally completes her list and gets a few raffle tickets in exchange for change. She recalls getting some on the last shopping trip as well, and now she has enough for a draw. She wonders if she can really win. All of a sudden, she looks at the third prize, which is a trip to a hot spring area. Her eyes light up as there's a place where true adults should relax. She timidly goes over how to invite him. If she wins the tickets in a raffle, it would be amazing, but her luck has other ideas. She doesn't win due to zero plot armor, and this puts her in a gloomy mood. Gloomy mood for not getting that steamy getaway with Miss Beefcake. Solitary Kun, on the other hand, wonders if she has won tickets to the hot spring area. She nervously says that they were talking about going out, and since she got them, maybe they can go together. If he doesn't want to, it's perfectly fine. But Solitary Kun immediately claps his hands, saying that if he's lucky, he'll get to clap something else later. She smiles as she's bought the tickets instead of winning them. She packs her bags, fully excited. She decides to get some shampoo too. As she heads to the convenience store, she wonders if she should get a nice one for once. She looks at her shampoo and her eyes immediately light up. She wants to buy them. Should she stock up on it? She wonders what will Solitary Kun think. However, she tries to calm herself. As she doesn't need them this time, she buys something else. The day finally arrives for their little trip, and Solitary Kun tells her to get ready, it's time to go. Okie-san, on the other hand, looks like an off-market ghost from Alibaba, with dark bags under her eyes. She greets him, saying she can't get a whiff of sleep. Solitary Kun, on the other hand, is the same, saying that he couldn't sleep either. They finally arrive at the station, heading happily into the train and realizing it's a two-person seating arrangement. They sit in the train looking at the beautiful landscape. She starts dozing off. She tries her best to stay awake but dozes off, but when she wakes up, she finds her head on his arm. Her eyes start to spin, but she realizes that Solitary Kun is asleep, so it's okay. In that case, she can stay like this for a bit longer. But an announcement rings through the coach that they will be arriving at the hot spring station soon. Solitary Kun apologizes for falling asleep, but she laughs it off, saying that she fell asleep as well. They should get back on track. Solitary Kun looks around, realizing this is their room, and it's pretty nice. Okie-san, on the other hand, is still recalling dozing off next to him, thinking how her head was comfortable on his arm, which was big and warm. She wants more. Solitary Kun tells her that he is ready to go to check out the local area. They decide to look through the shops, but they are all closed as they are a bit too early. Even though the shops are closed, Solitary Kun suggests that they go for a little stroll. They walk down a winding path with a staircase leading to a lookout point. As they walk through the passage, she is not used to wearing a skirt, making it difficult to walk. She regrets not wearing easier clothes, and she can't even see where she is stepping thanks to her massive assets. Solitary Kun realizes her issues, holding out his hand. She accepts it gracelessly, and her heart starts beating furiously again. His palm is so big and warm, but that's not the only thing Solitary Kun has that is big and warm. They finally make it to the top, and it's breezy, but she is practically burning with it reeling in. Solitary Kun looks around, saying that it's better if they head back. She wonders if something is wrong, but Solitary Kun looks at an incoming storm cloud. She happily agrees, saying that it will arrive here, so they should hurry back. As they turn to leave, she accidentally steps on a stone, and a loud crunch echoes through the mountains. Yuka is attending a boring lecture and looks out the window as it's raining. She smiles as they have crazy chemistry together, taking a hot spring out of the blue. She wonders if her nerdy brother can up his game and how far will they go. Sawatari-kun and Okiya-san are sitting in a shed, with rain thundering around them. Sawatari-kun wonders how her ankle is, but she insists that it's nothing serious. One thing is for sure, she won't be running anywhere soon. It seems as if the rain is going to carry on for a while and their hotel is 200 meters away. She wishes that she could run over somehow. Sawatari-kun starts taking off his hoodie. Okiya-san wonders if rain is not the only thing that will be thundering, but she is far off from what is going to happen. Sawatari-kun makes her wear his hoodie, saying that it's better than nothing. He then picks her up bridal style, promising that they'll be there in a flash. This is too much eye candy and stimulation for her, and she starts to get lightheaded. They finally make it to the hotel while fuming. She tells him that she'll wash his hoodie and then give it back. Sawatari-kun shivers after sprinting through the rain trying to be a hero. He insists that they go to the hot springs, but she tries to wait in the room. She is soaking wet after all, so it's natural. Sawatari-kun wonders why. Why is she not coming? She starts playing with her fingers. She won't be coming anytime soon, not after what she's been through. Plus, getting in with all those people is embarrassing. The rooms have a bathtub, so she'll use that. Sawatari-kun tells her that he'll be off before he catches a cold. Steam starts rising around her. A private bathtub is wonderful, she thinks as she melts away. She thinks how amazing the trip is. All it took was pretending to win the raffle, buying the tickets and lying. She realizes that she's going down a dark path. Sawatari-kun would never lie to her, but she tricked him for her own benefit without a second doubt. She starts overthinking again, depreciating herself and making up all kinds of crazy scenarios. But her subconscious tries to say that if she comes clean with him, they will laugh together. But her devil side says that he's going to hate her for sure. It's better to keep it a secret, but the angel side and the devil side are ready to throw hands. Sawatari-kun finally arrives, saying that that's really good, but he finds Ochako on her hands and knees apologizing for lying to him. After sobbing, she reveals the truth about their little trip. Sawatari-kun realizes the truth that she paid for the whole thing. She's been getting carried away. She tries to apologize, but Sawatari-kun still cares for her, asking if she wants to go to the hot spring that badly. While practically melting like an ice cream sundae left out in the fridge, she confesses how she wanted to go on the trip. But that makes him happy. She wonders if he'll forgive her. Sawatari-kun tells her that there's nothing to forgive and that he should be thanking her instead. Relief floods over her face and she thanks him. They finally decide to enjoy their trip, going to the souvenir corner, playing air hockey, drinking the night away, and finally resting on their futons. Morning arrives and they head out for breakfast, with him wanting to check out the outdoor baths. She can't help but think that she wants to stay by his side forever. Sawatari-kun says all of a sudden the trip is over. She agrees, saying all good things must come to an end. She never took such a nice trip with her ex-husband. Her heart was broken, her spirit crushed, but it was being put together by him. It's warm and it feels good. There weren't any developments after this touching moment. Both of them are in a good mood, with Okiya-san wondering what is it. Sawatari-kun smiles, saying that being with her is the best. This causes her to blush. She returns his feelings with him saying they're having fun. He'll have to go back to work next week. She wonders if after his suspension can she still come over and cook. Being on her own is lonely after all. Sawatari-kun laughs, saying that he wants that as well. As things go back to normal and they settle into their routine, dark clouds announce that something bad will happen soon. After coming home from the hot spring, she looks at the hoodie she had borrowed earlier, but she wears it again, just for a bit. She snuggles into the futon, promising to wash it later. With his suspension finally over, he is back at work, with her cooking up delicious meals for him. She announces that dinner is ready, and now she'll wait for Sawatari-kun to get back. She smiles as if she is his wife. She wonders if he's back, asking how's work after all this time, but Sawatari-kun is a bit silent, with Okiya-san wondering what's up. He nervously lets her know that he's being shipped off. It takes a moment for her to realize that he'll be sent to another company, and it's really far away, so he'll have to move. Tears start rolling down her face. After finding happiness, it's being taken away. She tries to put on a brave front that it's his job after all, but she runs away crying. In her apartment, she is holed up, crying, her eyes out. Sawatari-kun tries to text her, but receives no reply. She finally exits her apartment, apologizing for everything. As Sawatari-kun has to move because of his job, she can't help but recall the night they first met. Sawatari-kun is kind. It hasn't been that long since the incident, and she wants to go with him if that's possible. Sawatari-kun apologizes for moving so suddenly, but she says that he doesn't have anything to apologize for. It's her fault that he was suspended, and it's definitely her fault for him being sent away. His future is being stolen because of a divorcee like her. She wants to go with him, but she labels it as selfishness, wondering if she can still go visit sometime. She tries to voice out her concerns, but Solitary Kun speaks first, nervously wondering if it's possible that when he moves, she accompanies him along. This surprises her, with tears rolling down her cheeks once again, but this time it's out of relief instead of grief. She smiles, realizing that he wants her company. She scratches his cheek, saying that he has a great time when they are together. They pause for his section, with Okie-san eagerly accepting the proposal. Solitary Kun laughs, saying that if she had said no, he would have quit his job, but it looks like he'll have to work hard. Later that night, she is busy packing up, all ready to move. She thinks that it's good to be happy and have someone treat her as if she's needed and welcomed. She can still stay by his side. The next morning, they are still sleep-deprived with huge bags in each hand. Solitary Kun tells her that she didn't have to help her crush move as well, but she smiles, telling him not to worry about it. She labels the boxes, organizing everything. Solitary Kun wonders if he should sell some stuff. She agrees, saying that she'll do it as well. She returns to her apartment, goes through her stuff, and finds a paper bag. There's a beautiful ring inside of it. It hasn't been a long time since the divorce, but it feels as if it's been a lifetime. She looks at the diamond report. She has a lot of bad memories attached to the ring, and yet she can't get rid of it. It's proof that someone needed her, and she'd clawed desperately to protect herself. She smiles, accepting her new self and standing up to move forward in life, as she's not the same person as before. Solitary Kun tells her that he's all ready to go. Solitary Kun can't help but wonder why she's only selling a paper bag. She responds by saying that he has a ton of stuff to sell. They make quite a thick wad of cash, mostly thanks to her ring. She whispers that she wants to buy furniture. Solitary Kun, on the other hand, is still broke. She laughs. It's been quite cold, with him offering to lend her his scarf. He pulls a power move like Eren Yeager, wrapping the red scarf around Okie-san and asking if it's pretty warm. She can't even reply, as she's about to melt. She takes a deep sniff of the scarf, so deep that she starts seeing sounds and hearing colors. She finally gets off work. She's been busy with the move, and she's working the night before the great move. Solitary Kun greets her, strolling into the supermarket and letting her know that he's got his car back from home so that they can take it for a drive and get it up and running. They drive in his beat-up dinky car, with him apologizing for it being so run down, but she doesn't mind it at all. Solitary Kun wonders what they should do for dinner. She says that their dishes are all packed up. She's the one driving tomorrow. She'll treat him to a meal. They share a meal in a nice restaurant, with him saying that the rice here is simply out of this world. They start eating, with Okie-san looking forward to tomorrow, and Solitary Kun enthusiastically said that if he was going on his own, this wouldn't be fun at all. This is all because of her presence. He's glad that they're able to get to know each other so well. This causes her to blush again. After meeting her, Solitary Kun has learned the ways of the Sigma. After returning from the restaurant, she smiles, wanting to know each other even better. She wonders how they can do it. On the way back home, they fill up on gas, as they'll have to hit the driveway the next day. Finally, the morning of the move arrives. As she's getting ready for the move, she goes through her old stuff and finds a suit that she used to wear when she was job hunting. Whenever she had an interview, she would wear it. She smiles, as this will be good for when she looks for a job after the move. She wonders if it still fits, but as she tries it on, the shirt buttons are fighting for their lives against her godly pillows. Even her skirt can't cover up her bakery. Yuka teases Solitary Kun, thinking that slutting a bigwig of his company and getting suspended would end up in him moving away with the older woman he saved. She smiles, saying that life is a highway full of adventure, and here are the vegetables Granny has promised them. She wonders if he's the one who confessed, as she likes spilling the tea everywhere, but Solitary Kun, being the blockhead he is, has no clue what she's talking about. She angrily grumbles that they're going to be living together. Of course, she's agreed to the arrangement, but he can't be living together if they're not at least dating. She realizes that Solitary Kun is a manly man, but she will get fed up with waiting. She's interrupted by Granny's call and starts chatting away about forgetting a few vegetables. Solitary Kun realizes that his sister has arrived. She is busy turning off the utilities and taking care of everything. Solitary Kun smiles, saying that everything must be finished. She looks at Solitary Kun, as she will be saying goodbye to this apartment. She looks around at the empty space, the same as when she had rented it, but she feels the exact opposite. From a gloomy emo crybaby to a happy little puppy. She wonders if they should get going, but she looks at Solitary Kun, hesitates, fumbling around. She wonders what it is. Solitary Kun says that they'll be living together from now on. It's his first time doing this kind of thing, and he's been doing things the wrong way. It's high time that he does it properly. She wonders what it is as he finally asks her out. Yuka gets off her phone and looks at Solitary Kun carrying her bridal style, with her face practically glowing like a heat lamp. She wonders what he is doing. He calmly replies that he is carrying her, She wonders why. Okie-san whispers that she's so happy she can't stand. They finally drive away and Yuka smiles at the lovey-dovey couple. Okie-san and Sawatari-kun start their new beginning with him saying that they'll get a new place. She nervously says that she's not good for much, but she hopes they can get along. Sawatari-kun tells her that they'll be on the highway for more than half a day, so they should pass the time by chatting. Sawatari-kun says that there will be a rest area he wants to stop by, and there will be ice cream. She also expresses her desire to stop at a few places. After walking together and bringing home groceries, Sawatari-kun smiles, saying that he's off to work, and she tells him to get ahead on his bar. After starting their life together in a new place, she's settling into her new routine, thinking about how she, a divorced crybaby, met the cheerful and laid-back Sawatari-kun, and how they started living together before they knew it. She spots a little kitty cat and tries to call it over, but the cat freezes, looking away and ignoring her like yesterday's trash. After getting ignored, she's a little down, but immediately cheers up after thinking of getting a bike so she can ride around the neighborhood. She goes by the second-hand thrift store and spots a good-looking bike. She takes it out for a ride, whispering how they're similar, being abandoned, but they'll show everyone that they're not washed up yet. But the bike has different plans, immediately breaking down and injuring her. Later that evening, Sawatari-kun looks at her bruises, asking what happened. She replies that she fell off her bike. The bike looks good. However, it is nowhere near perfect condition, but Sawatari-kun turns into Bob the Builder, fixing it easily. She smiles, whispering to the bike that Sawatari-kun is amazing and that they're dating, but the bike shouldn't fall in love with him. He won't be riding the bike. He has other things to ride. The bike, on the other hand, has none of it. Sawatari-kun asks what she is whispering, and she immediately yells, "Nothing." They're finally settling in, with Okie-san offering Salisbury steak for dinner. Driving down the highway, she comments that the scenery is beautiful, and Sawatari-kun agrees, adding that the weather is pretty nice. She says that she hasn't been this far since a school trip, and Sawatari-kun shares her view. She also points through the lake, which is beautiful and sparkling. Sawatari-kun thinks about how amazing would it be to go fishing over there. She also spots a bird and then a castle. What returns the castle is a large castle. Sawatari-kun tells her that he couldn't see it well, it looked like a castle. She, on the other hand, looks away awkwardly. They finally end up in the rest area, ordering 15 scoops of ice cream, which is so long that it falls over. Bigger is not always better. Sawatari-kun smiles, wondering if they can eat it together. She smirks at the thought of them splitting the ice cream cone, with him telling her that she should dig in. She smiles as it's giving him a brain freeze. Okie-san, on the other hand, is completely immune, with her head steaming like a baked potato, leaving Sawatari-kun confused. In the tunnel, he says that they are about halfway there. She smiles, saying that he shouldn't worry. They are having so much fun chatting that the time has passed in a flash. He points to another rest area that she wanted to stop by, as it is lunchtime at Okie-san. It's perfect. She brings out beef cutlet sandwiches, and he says that they are very amazing, just like on TV. She says that she wanted to try it. She looks at the sandwich, saying that it's simple. Aside from the quality of the ingredients, it's simple to make. They start munching on the sandwich, with him complimenting her. She bashfully shakes her hands, saying it's only an imitation, and she'll try to look for the recipe. He compliments her positive attitude when she tries something new. She smiles, saying that he's always so happy when she makes something. That gives her strength. They share a touching moment with him laughing like an idiot, and she smiles in response. After filling up their tanks in their stomachs, they are ready to hit the road, only to snore in the car. He tells her that they'll be getting off at the interchange, and she adds that they'll be exiting the freeway, only a bit further to reach their new apartment. She looks around, smiling that there are only a few shops that will be easy to live here. They look at the rundown building, going up the staircase and finally arriving at a spacious apartment devoid of furniture. They both love it, especially the kitchen, as it's big and nice. He also adds that the walls are thick concrete, so they should be quiet when it comes to noise. She also frees as they can't hear any nearby road, and their voices also bounce off the walls. They share a laugh, but he thinks that he's glad that he invited her. It's fun being on the same wavelength. This causes her to laugh shyly again, running his compliment in her head over and over again. He then starts explaining about the apartment and how they can decorate it with a table and a TV. He sets up the clock, finally done with unboxing. He wonders if she's up for a little walk around the area before it gets dark, and she immediately agrees. They walk down the alley with him, thinking that the local supermarket is just around the corner. She smiles, saying that the drugstore is also nearby. They move to a nice place. They share the same view that walking around is like an adventure, with him saying that they should get something for tonight's dinner. She looks around in the supermarket with a bunch of local stuff that she's not used to and fish with varied bright colors. He and Okie-san look around at the familiar ingredients, laughing that it seems like an adventure. And they should have rice. Later at the dinner table, he smiles as both the rice and fish are very delicious. They're right to be adventurous, adds Okie-san, but her phone starts ringing. It's Yuka. She picks up and Yuka asks her about their well-being. She replies that they're having dinner and Yuka promises to come by later. Yuka then teases her for getting all adventurous and thanking her. This causes Okie-san to crash out with her face turning into a nuclear reactor again. He, on the other hand, is eating his rice like a good boy, thinking that they had an adventure just now. Yuka mistakes it and she quickly tries to correct her. He tells her that the bathtub is full and she can go first. She smiles, getting in the same tub, in the same apartment, and makes her heart pound. With her undergarments ready to give away at any moment, she gets dressed, wearing her pajamas, nervously thinking that she has new pajamas since they would be living together, but maybe it makes her look like she's trying too hard. She looks at their toothbrushes. They've really started living together and will be closer than ever. They start to get ready for bed, bidding each other goodnight and thinking that there's no way that she can muster the courage, even though she wants to get closer. She recalls Solitary Kun putting on his bravery and confessing to her. She realizes that it's her turn to be the brave one. She gets up, wondering if she can sleep a little closer. He takes a moment to register what she said and smiles, with Okie-san smiling satisfaction that they can be happy together. He shares the sentiment and the night rolls by. At the shopping center, they look around at the pet store, with Okie-san saying that she really likes cats and dogs and would like to have one someday. She looks at he, saying that he has some dog-like qualities. This causes him to smile. As he calls her a tiger, she wonders what it means. He replies that she's similar in her coloring and stuff. She looks at her phone camera and realizes that he's right. She takes out the trash, wishing everyone a good morning. After sharing another meal together and being showered with compliments by he, she thanks him, saying that they have all the boxes to themselves, and they're pretty much settled in. She now wants to look for a part-time job, but he says that she's finally got some time off. Why doesn't she just take it easy? After all, he's the guy who took it easy during his suspension. But she says that she can't do that, not when he's working so hard. She wonders if there are any places she can work and decides to take a look tomorrow. The next day, she arrives at the local shopping center on her trusty bike, going through the bulletin for a part-time job. She tells he that there are a bunch of jobs and asks what he thinks would be the perfect fit for her. She was working at the supermarket before and wants to change things up. He thinks for a moment he has never done any of those. He smiles, saying that while working at the supermarket, she wore an apron, and he thought she looked amazing. Even though that's the most useless life advice she has heard, she takes it. A few days later, she gets a job at a coffee chain that requires her to wear an apron. She puts it on, asking how she looks. He compliments her, immediately boosting her self-esteem and motivation. He gets to know more about her job, helping her practice by ordering a cup of coffee. She tries making it and thanks him for waiting. He surprises her with cheesecake to celebrate her new job, and they share a lovely moment together. After a few days of starting her new job, she brings around the orders for her customers. Emo Chick tells her that she's pretty good and is getting the hang of it. She smiles, glad that her superior is a nice person. After her shift ends, she rides her bike home but looks at a dark little tunnel, wondering if it's always been there. She thinks it could be a shortcut. Even if it's a slope, it would be handy. She rides through and gets completely lost in the woods. The night starts to fall and he gets home, asking why she is late. He starts to worry when she finally arrives, out of breath and as sweaty as a teenager after gym practice. She huffs that there are no shortcuts in life. He laughs, saying that he'll get some iced tea ready. She should get to the apartment, but she can't move her legs. She can't get up the stairs, which are on the 3rd floor. He decides to carry her bridal style again. Her legs start cramping. The next day, she can barely walk into the cafe, with Emo Chick wondering why she is so awkward. Did she get the Woody under the hoodie? She tells Solitary Kun that she can't remember the last time her legs cramped up. He massages her feet, offering to get her a drink. She starts taking off her jacket, but finds out that her shirt is completely see-through after working up a sweat. She quickly zips it up again, telling Solitary Kun that she is fine in these clothes. He announces that he is home, and she greets him, asking what's up with the big bottle of booze. He replies that he got it from a client at a local brewery, and apparently it's good. She smiles, saying that they have tomorrow off so they can relax and have a drink. She offers to prepare some snacks and immediately follows through on her promise. They eat and laugh together, but with him once again complimenting how she can make amazing things. She says that her former husband used to drink at home. He didn't give her any options and she wasn't confident it would be good. He smiles, saying that it's super good and delicious. Gordon Ramsay would be proud. Okie-san, on the other hand, is completely in love, thanking him. They finally share a drink, and it turns out that she is a terrible drunk, letting loose details about her last marriage, how she gave her husband a necktie only to find it crumpled up in his wardrobe, then blaming herself for giving him something he didn't like. He turns out to be a great listener, agreeing with her. She smiles, saying that he is such a good boy compared to her last husband that she will pet him and give him the ara treatment. The next day, after an epic hangover, she apologizes for being such a pain. He tells her it's fine. Emo Chick starts to get to know a little more about Okie-san and her divorce, saying that she also went through one. She asks Okie-san if she's living with him and if they'll be putting your names in the family register. She clears the air they're not at that point yet. Last time she got swept up and married, it didn't turn out well, so this time she'll think about it for herself. Emo Chick asks how she feels about he, and she turns into a tomato, stammering that he's really good. It's clear she's already head over heels for her boyfriend. Emo Chick crosses her arms, saying that while they both want to secure their happiness while avoiding past mistakes, she is taking things too slow for someone already living with her boyfriend. As they continue their girl time, the evening rolls by and he finally comes home. She calls out to him, suggesting that maybe they should go somewhere on their next day off. He immediately agrees like a good little boy. Emo Chick had told her about some sightseeing spots and he wondered where they'd be going. She mentions wanting to check out a shrine, though it's a little far. It's a matchmaking shrine. He smiles, saying they'll go check it out. Now that it's decided, he chirps that they should practice visiting a shrine properly. They have to clap 4 times. Okie-san, on the other hand, wanted to practice a different kind of clapping that night, but he is a good little boy, completely oblivious to what she means. They look around. As this is the matchmaking shrine, there are a lot of people today, and it's popular. They look around, spotting many youngsters, so praying in front of them is a bit embarrassing, but she decides to focus on her prayer that they will be bound together one day in happiness. She wonders if it's a bit too greedy, but they'll be making progress or something. He tells her that this is a big shrine. She agrees, saying that there are charms over here. He tells her that there are also food stamps. They start having fun, looking around, going from stall to stall, and he finally grabs her hand, pulling her closer as the train is full. But her brain turns into mashed potatoes, wondering if the matchmaking shrine is showing results. She jumps into another burst, but accidentally they get on the wrong one and are completely lost, trying to find their way back home in the middle of the night. As night rolls on, she says that they walked a little mile away and she's too tired. After playing around, she accidentally trips and crashes out. He smiles, giving her a piggyback ride. She looks around in embarrassment, thinking that she's pretty heavy and she should have tried to lose weight. She continuously overthinks everything. He, on the other hand, smiles, saying that he wanted to be a firefighter and worked out a lot. This impresses her further as he reviews failing the written exam, but she still finds him cool. As he says that a place where he can save people's lives sounds awesome, he wonders if he could have passed if he had tried harder. She tries encouraging him, saying that's the job that would be perfect for him. He smiles, saying that since his pay was cut, he's been thinking about finding a new job. In the future, they might end up needing money. She wonders what he means, but her eyes widen. Maybe he means marriage and wanting kids. She snuggles against he as they continue to walk home. They finally reach civilization, reaching a convenience store. They look out for a pair of new sandals since her shoes are broken. After repairing her outfit, they're ready to hit the road. The cashier realizes that they have missed their bus, saying that this happens from time to time. A lot of folks spend the night in the Manga Cafe down the road about 10 kilometers away, so they can walk there, but it's still pretty far. She says they will have to walk a lot, but it will be easier to walk with her new sandals. They look at a shooting star while passing by the cafe. After 3 hours of walking, they finally make it. She goes for a shower, apologizing for taking so long while drying her hair, but she looks at he's snoring. He must be tired after giving her a piggyback wag. He smiles cutely, thanking him for everything and kissing him on the cheek. She immediately stands up, as it would be bad if he woke up. But due to the room's small size, she snuggles against him. Morning arrives and she wakes up, realizing that she's in a tough spot and a big blast of happy hormones floods her brain. 30 minutes later, he wakes up and finds her practically glowing. They go to the convenience store to grab some breakfast before catching the burst. She loves how much fun it's been, and she feels closer to he. Maybe it's the shrine working its magic. The next day, Karasumi laughs, hearing her story and asking where they spent the night. She smiles, saying that they were in a manga cafe till morning. She taunts her for being a university student, saying that a manga cafe is kind of risky, with people overhearing what she's up to. She wonders what she is talking about, but she looks at Karasumi smirking, telling her not to be dumb. She is burning with desire through and through. She just realizes what she means and says there is nothing like that. What she means and says there is nothing like that. Karasumi tells her to go to another hotel the next time they want to hang out. They are finally home again. She greets her good little boy, showing her first paycheck proudly. With their living expenses and spending habits covered, they can use the remaining salt to get some furniture for the apartment. They visit a big furniture store with Okie-san saying that it should be cheap and good quality. He tries to chime in. They figure out their budget and start looking down the aisles, wondering what they should get. They look at a kitchen cabinet that seems to be the perfect fit, but she focuses on a love seat that looks comfy for Netflix and chill. She imagines sitting together, things getting good. As she is about to make the impulsive purchase, she looks at a queen-size bed and her heart immediately starts pounding. A bed where they can sleep together. She imagines the possibility and wants it. They look at the bed. She really wants it, but it's completely out of their budget. She imagines throwing a tantrum. She brings out a check, asking him what he thinks about the bed. He whispers that it's huge like a trampoline and it looks like it's over their budget. But she smiles, saying that she has a little more money than she let on. She smiles, saying there's a secret. In truth, this is the money she got after selling the wedding ring before moving. She tells him that it's fine to use it, as the photons hurt her back. She continuously smiles. After having such a painful past, she's going to change it for a happy future. The cashier rings it up, saying that they will have to be patient while they deliver the bed, but she is not too enthusiastic about that. He, on the other hand, volunteers to massage her back until then, and she just might take him up on the offer if he uses his special instrument as well. He smiles, promising to give her a back massage. After complaining about her back to get a reason for buying such an expensive bed, he took her complaint seriously, so he offers to give her a massage. She can't help but wonder if it's okay, but he says that it's all right. She asks him to let her bathe first. She takes a nice hot shower as he tells her to lie down on the futon. He's pretty confident in his skills. He finally starts working his way from top to bottom. As she tells him to be gentle, she tries to bury her face in the pillow. He smiles, asking how it is. She is completely spent, saying that her body feels as light as a feather. He promises to do it every day if she asks, and this is too much stimulation. She smiles, promising to give him a back massage as well. He lies down. She also lies down on his bed with her marshmallows squishing against his bed, but it's all in her head, and he wonders what she's grating about. But she immediately says it's nothing. On their day off, he says it's pretty hot, wondering if they can go to the beach. This causes her heart to skip, saying that she's a little too old to be walking around in a swimsuit, but he's the one asking, so she'll try her best. He tells her that they can go for a walk by the sea and cool off. She is embarrassed for thinking about another reason to go to the beach. They finally arrive, with him saying that they should be able to get down to the beach from there, which she enjoys the breeze, saying that she hasn't been here in quite a while, but everything good has been washed up. He finds a shell, and she also finds a bunch, but the tide rolls in, drenching her. He tells her that he's had it. They should go in. They share a beautiful evening. The next day, her co-worker wonders if she's getting the most out of her summer. So the sky turns red as he thanks her for the dinner, wondering if she wants to go to the convenience store and buy some ice cream. She replies that that sounds nice. He wants to try something where they can pour booze over ice cream. At the convenience store, they're looking around and a voice calls out to her. It is Karasuma. She's here to pick up a present for her son, and there are also a couple of drinks. Karasuma wonders what brings them here. Are they out of protection? This causes her to crash out, saying that they're here to buy ice cream. She greets he, saying that she's heard so much about him, a family-oriented, cute, dependable boy. She looks at her friend embarrass her, causing her to turn into Red Hulk, with Karasuma saying that he's good at teasing her and making her wait. She pleads to spare her and leave it at that. They finally see her off, and Karasuma can't help but think how nice. Later that night, they share a hearty dinner. As the sky darkens, she says that the typhoon is getting closer. He agrees, looking at the broadcast, and she wonders if they should get things before it starts raining. He offers to go to the hardware store, but it is fully packed with everyone having the same idea. She smiles. It's like getting ready to camp. After 30 minutes, they finally exit the mall, where it's raining cats and dogs outside. They hurry into the car, but it's too late, as Okie-san's shirt is completely see-through again. She offers to run a bath before they catch a cold. After bathing, they look at the sky turning black with the wind picking up. She whispers that it's scary, and he says that they shouldn't be going out. But the light goes out. He brings out a portable lamp, and she realizes that they are together in a dark room. It is a nice situation. She tries to reach for his hand. After getting hit by a typhoon and getting the power cut off, she closes in with the eyes of a huntress. But the virgin loser shouts that he has an idea. They should do that. She tries to play it dumb, wondering if it's finally time for her to get his V card. He whispers that he thought this would happen, so he picked it up in advance. He pulls out a pack, and she tries to play dumb, wondering what it could be, secretly hoping for it to be protection, but it turns out they're only playing cards, much to her disappointment. He says that she should think that they're camping in their little room and it will be fun. She, on the other hand, thinks of him as a tease, but once they start playing, they start having fun. However, a blast of thunder causes her to hide in his arms. He tries to calm her down, but being so close to he sends her to heaven. He says that his little sister was also afraid of thunder, and he was in charge of calming her down. She says quickly, thanks the next morning the sky is clear, and she is fully recharged. He, on the other hand, looks awful. He says that it's good that they had their day off. She agrees, thinking that they can move their photons a little closer, and he immediately agrees. Karasuma wonders if she is free tomorrow. Her son will be going to an event with the school. They will be away for the night, so they should go drinking. She smiles at the invitation. The next day, they visit the bar, with Karasuma apologizing for pulling her away from hot beefcake back at home. She smiles, saying that he is nice enough to let her go out and that she had prepared dinner before coming. Karasuma says that she is so well put together, and she got the impression that he's a good guy, but she can't understand her urge to try to take care of him. She smiles, asking about her love life instead. Karasuma disagrees, saying that he is out of the question in her life. She has had enough. Seeing them together, she can't help but feel a little jealous. She falls silent as Karasuma says that when she looks at her boyfriend, she can tell he will take good care of his family, whereas she has been divorced after her son's birth, and she has some things to think about. She apologizes as the waiter pulls up, saying they should talk about something fun instead. After having multiple drinks, they turn to leave, with Karasuma saying that she will go walk and sober up and she shouldn't worry. Okie-san, on the other hand, whispers some nonsense before returning to Karasuma's apartment. She tries to find her keys, but they're not there. Not in the bag either. She wonders where they are. She tries recalling but can't remember, as it's been a long time since she had some personal time. This dampens her mood. She'll have to sleep in her car, and then call the landlord to change the locks. A voice calls out to Karasuma, asking what she is doing. Karasuma greets a little nerd Taka-kun. Taka-kun lands in the room next to her, a young boy who works in a nearby factory and is too serious, but has helped her carry her stuff. Taka tells her that if she stays out, she's going to catch a cold or a fever, but Karasuma says that she has lost her keys. Taka tries to console her, with Karasuma saying that her son is away for the night. She had time to herself, but is now feeling down. Taka tries to put her at ease, welcoming her into his apartment, as the night is no place for a woman to be by herself and he can't leave her. So he offers her his sofa. She wonders about Okie-san and he before accepting and picking him up on the offer. She apologizes for meddling. Meanwhile, he carries her again, putting her coat on and trying to get her to sleep, but she has different ideas. She grabs his wrist, pinning him down and saying that when she gets serious, she's pretty amazing. But it turns out that it's all a dream and a nice one at that. Karasuma finally unlocks her own apartment, smiling. She is suffering from a hangover, looking around. She sniffs her hair, realizing that she didn't take a bath. She hurries to the washroom while he is still asleep and takes a shower before realizing that her clothes are across the room. She walks in her towel, trying not to wake him up, but all of a sudden, she is cool with it. He, all of a sudden, starts getting up but immediately gets turned into a mummy with a towel, and he wonders what is happening. Is he getting robbed? She whispers that that's not it. She puts something on, so he needs to stay like this. She turns into a simp asking if she's okay, but she tells him that she is fine. She has been thinking. It's been a while since they started living together, but why can't they be a little closer? As someone who went through a painful divorce, she is not trying to hope to get on the family register. Her life right now is pleasant, but she wants to take another step. She wants to flirt a little. Once a month, there is a time where she is motivated, and now is the time. Karasuma notices her freaky eyes and she spills the tea about what she wants. Karasuma smiles, saying that in the end she is running out of patience. She agrees, wondering what she should do. At the strategy meeting, they make a plan and Karasuma wonders about a lot of things as she tries to make up a strategy. She says that she will be a little daring, but it will be a big step for her. Karasuma says there is still a smaller step than moving in together. Later that day, he arrives back home and she tells him that they have the next day off, so maybe they should go on a date. He immediately agrees, saying that's a good idea and asking what she has in mind. She lets him know that she has a thing planned out and that they will talk about it over dinner. Karasuma wonders if they should prepare for their school's Halloween event. Even though it's October, whispers Okie-san. Karasuma says that last time she dressed as a zombie, so this year maybe she should dress up. But she tries too. She wears a plaid mask and the latex suit hugs her assets, showing them off clearly. Karasuma wonders if it's weird as it's not suitable for all ages. While taking a shower, she realizes that tomorrow is their date and she will think about the plan again. They will go to a resort, then to an aquarium, share some drinks, and then get a room. But she still can't tell if it will be an adult date or not. She imagines this plan over and over again. He innocently wonders if they will be staying overnight, saying that they should reserve a hotel room, but she tells him that she's already taken care of it. She smiles after being complimented. According to Karasuma, she won't get anywhere by sitting around. She needs to display her true power as an older woman and bring him to an adult hotel. As he dozes off, she is too excited to sleep, staring at the ceiling. As the sun starts to rise, they turn to leave, and she looks at the sky in determination. They finally reach the first spot, a combination resort and theme park, with people screaming everywhere on a roller coaster. They go on different rides, but she has some ulterior motives to get a different type of ride. She looks at the suspension bridge effect, in which an unsafe environment feels dangerous but encourages people to experience new things and attractions. She imagines growing closer to he. Even though her head is spinning, she's a different animal than her usual happy-go-lucky self. He volunteers to ride the Ferris wheel, and they do just that. Inside the Ferris wheel, her renegade starts acting up. They're alone in this tiny space, and she doesn't know if she can hold back. She wonders if they should go for a kiss. She tries to lean in, but immediately looks at a couple of children waving at them. Her face starts to turn red. Her plans of having kids have been ruined by a kid. They finally visit the aquarium, which is just next to the theme park, and is a nice place if they don't have much travel time. They look at a shark swimming silently. He wonders why the big fish is not eating the little one. The reason for picking the aquarium is that after entering the quiet aquarium and having an awkwardness between them, she can draw attention to the fact that they are on a date. She needs to set the mood. The aquarium is dark and suitable for such things. She wonders, if they're on a date, should they hold hands? He agrees and intertwines his fingers with hers, sending her heart on a roller coaster ride of its own. She tries to calm herself down with him telling her to look at a weird fish, but she is not in the mood to look at anything weird. The only thing weird is her face. At the end, he tells her that he liked his drink, with Okie-san enjoying a mojito for the first time. Internally, she is feeling rejected on the date. She just can't get hold of he and his thick skull. She realizes that such strategies are not suitable for her. Due to her missteps, her mind is wandering from important dates. She wonders why she is a screw-up. He, on the other hand, says that it's pretty refreshing. As she downs the can, she gets another glass, but her vision starts to blur. She is at her limit due to lack of sleep. After this, he whispers that they should go for a walk next to the seaside. They walk down the Isle of Sand. It's not part of the strategy, but she loves taking walks with him, and she agrees. He also asks for another sip of the drink, and she tells him to knock himself out, as she is already drunk. They walk through the park, feeling a bit better, and he thinks that the ocean is beautiful. She realizes that relaxing and talking, that's their style. The moon shines beautifully. She finally confesses to wanting to do more lovey-dovey things. She tries to cook, but ends up getting burned. He realizes that that's why she is acting differently. She agrees, but now she is drained. He volunteers to carry her, asking if that would be sufficient. He picks her up effortlessly, like a toddler instead of bridal style, but it is too comfy to come clean. A win is a win, smiles she, feeling happy. Before meeting he, her heart was in pieces, but now it feels nice and warm. So much love. She is happy. So much love is burning down in her heart. She wants to let him know. She finally gathers her courage, and with her face as red as a tomato, she just lets him know about how she feels. Nothing but love for him. They lean in for the kiss. They lean for a kiss, but she realizes that they're in a car and not the hotel they had booked. It was just a dream. He yawns, apologizing as he hears no wish for the hotel they had booked. In the end, they had to sleep in the car. She recalls being carried like a toddler and running out of steam and falling asleep. She apologizes for not being more careful, but he smiles, saying that it's okay. He scratches his cheek, confessing his love as well, much to her surprise. She recalls her bold confession and recalls their first kiss. Her heart starts to sting, and she giggles like a toddler at a candy store. Karazuma hears all about their little adventure. She smiles, saying that there's not a speck of the divorcee awkwardness. Karazuma smiles as she starts to spill her tea, but is interrupted by her phone ringing. She picks it up before leaving, Karazuma all alone. She rides her bike at top speed as it's finally here, the two-person bed. She recalls Karazuma thinking about her bed and Okie-san turning her room into a love hotel. She can't help but drool, now she can sleep on the same bed as she. She puts the pillows together, and as he is home, she shows him the bed. Now that dinner is ready, they should eat together. She tries to give him a hint, saying that there's a lot of meat in tonight's dish, but he, being a blockhead, doesn't get it. They try to bust with energy, but too idiot to bust anything else. They walk through the street, and he once again leaves for work, with Okie-san putting away the garbage, looking at Kitty again, and whispering that they have their new bed. And she slept hand in hand with him, but Kitty is not too interested. He hurriedly rushes towards her, saying that he forgot to ask her something. He will have some time tonight. They ride through the plain, with Okie-san wondering about a meteor shower. This will be her first time seeing one. He says they've been talking about it on the TV, and it has him interested. The weather is nice, so they should get a good view. They park in a nice spot with Okie-san looking at the sky. wondering if they'll be able to see any shooting stars. She's been stargazing. He remembers doing the same thing with her a while back when they were walking home after work. She agrees, recalling working at the supermarket back then. So much has happened since then. Every day has been an adventure, and time has passed in the blink of an eye. He is fidgeting, and she can't help but wonder what's the matter. He whispers they're wishing on a star, trying to figure out a good one. She calls him cute, thinking about her wish as well, this spot of a shooting star. He wonders, what does she wish for? With a red face, she lies that she wants to keep on living with him. He smiles, saying that he wished for the same thing. They share a touching sentiment. He looks around, spending each day having fun with her, sharing small pieces of happiness and having a nice walk every day. She wishes that this happiness would continue forever and ever. He says that he has a bunch of things he wants to get out of his system. She wonders what. He's clutching a familiar blue box in his hand behind his back. 1 month later, Karasuma looks at her ring, asking if they're in the family registry. She is practically glowing with happiness, saying that they will first visit their families. She will be Okie-san for a little longer. Maybe she's getting ahead of herself, but she's engaged. Karasuma looks at her cigarette, promising to quit once she has quit. She doesn't find the joke too funny. He is finally home, and she brings out lunch, saying that they have a lot of veggies from Granny left, and she's glad that Granny is doing well. Little sister also comes by, but she's the only one she's met in his family. He also says that he hasn't met anyone in her family. Maybe they should go say hello. She says that they live far away, and it's hard to find the time. He wonders if it will get a little messy, but they should go during the New Year holiday. They have a long weekend. She agrees. She then starts sliding the curtains, noticing the snow outside. He smiles as it snows a lot around here. He whispers into Okie-san's ear if she wants to build a snowman. She is delighted by the idea. He can't help but wonder how long can this go on, but she wants to enjoy this simple happiness. They tease one another about how the snowman is looking a little weird, but it's made with love, so it's okay. He volunteers to make a snowwoman next. A little voice calls out to his mother, saying that he wants to go to Taka-kun. The emo gets up, asking if he has had breakfast. She puts on her robe, looking at her son go play in the snow. She looks over her shoulder, noticing Taka-kun walking in the snow, greeting her with a good morning, saying that he is dealing with issues at work and will be working till he drops. Karasuma wonders if he is working so hard, with Thaka saying that he has the next day off. Karasuma realizes that in 38 hours, he'll have his next shift. She smiles, saying that she has the day off as well. Maybe they should fix him or something. He hasn't eaten yet. Thaka accepts her offer, with Karasuma volunteering to run a bath for him. They laugh together. He tells her that he is heading off, and she tells him to have a nice day. After getting engaged without an issue, she is still regretful about the hot spring trip they had. It was a lot of fun, but due to her guilty conscience, she wasn't able to take one extra step. The next time they want a lovey-dovey hot spring trip, she will be honest. After pulling up in a snowy driveway, they get out of their car, with her complimenting his driving. Looking at the hot spring they will be staying at. He says that this is out of the blue and what brought this on. She smiles, saying that the last time they were together here was just so great she wants to do it again. They check in and look at their luxurious room with an amazing balcony bath. He says that this place seems pretty pricey. He knows how she will be paying for everything. What, is that really okay, being the sugar mommy of this trip? She smiles, saying that he proposed to her and gave her a ring. This is the least she can do. He says that he is grateful. They look at the mountain and are breathless from all the hiking as well as sweating. He tells her to answer to hop in the bath first. She will be there once he is done. The last step that wasn't taken the last time they were together was going into the bath at the same time. The last time she was just a neighbor, but this time she is a fiancée. Taking a bath together should be fine. Inside the bath, the door creaks open and she arrives, smiling mischievously, wondering if it's okay to bathe together. She turns into a nervous wreckage. She tries to cover her treasure with a little blanket and towel. She tries to be brave, plunging into the bath and finally relaxing after accomplishing her mission. He says it feels strange to bathe like this when everything is covered in snow, but it feels luxurious. She says there is a bar here, and they should check it out later. Kurosuma notices that she is glowing like a light bulb. She smiles, seeing that they had a hot spring trip together, and Kurosuma wants all the details. She looks in the mirror. She has to do something about the pudding head. If she dyes it, black roots will show up again. She wonders if she should try to switch and dye the whole thing black. He helps her dye her hair. She looks at him, wondering how it looks. He claps his hands, saying that it makes her look like a mature lady. He smiles, saying that he knows what to say. He is a smooth operator. But now she is all fired up to make hamburgers tonight. The next day, he is looking at she in surprise as her hair is starting to change color, but from the tip instead of the roots.